Cool. I really gotta unplug my second monitor if my fucking tabs keep opening on my second monitor when I have them set to open on my first monitor. Thanks. Fucking piece of shit program. Office cam today. It's not. Let's get started. Quick. One run of this, see if I can't get that amplifier over fully. Alright, I know it's a red barrier. Never mind. See if I can't get the red barrier, then crawl on over to the other guy and just beat thing. And really, they don't really technically need any of the amps, but they are nice to have. Should make some tea. Oops. Of course. I am not doing well today. Hey West. I'd like to say I'm doing well, but unfortunately, I don't feel good today. My throat hurts, my sinuses are fucked. I think I have either another cold or another cold flu. Again, I need a new job. This job in the last... I started my job 7 months ago, right? Roughly 7.5 months ago. In those 7 months, I've been sick, if including this, whatever the fuck this is I'm feeling. This is my 5th time getting sick. So that's roughly 1 illness per month. My last job, which I worked there for 4 years, I got sick 1 time. I got COVID once because some dumb motherfucker thought he was smart and decided to come into work sick, thinking he could just wake it off. Didn't wear a mask or nothing. It was like a fucking week after they said COVID was no longer a danger to humans. And so I got sick with COVID a week after they repealed the fucking COVID thing. Due to no fault of my own, but no, I get punished for it. Fucking dumb shit, motherfucker. I don't know how that guy even had a job, honestly. He was so damn disgusting. Fucking open spit bottle on his desk of some kind of fucking, not tobacco chew, but something he was chewing on. Just kept spitting it, and that collected for 2 years, not without, it didn't get fucking cleaned once. Ugh. Yeah, I hope so too. I have some water heated up now. I'm gonna make some tea, put honey in it, because my throat is starting to hurt. I did just finish gargling some boiling hot, not boiling hot, just like really, really hot. As hot as I could stand water, and I put a bunch of salt in it. Because that tends to help kill all the bacteria for anything good or bad in your throat. So hopefully that helps, and then I'm going to guzzle down a bunch of tea with honey. Oh wait. These megs are now on the good. Nidra is just moon atomizers until it's max leveled. And Pushan is fucking 2 2/3 away from being max leveled. Honestly, I could probably just keep it on ankles instead of feeding it to the other guy. Yeah, just the Nidra needs to be changed. Okay, I'm gonna go get my tea started. But yeah, I ended up sleeping in a bit. I turned off my first alarm because I got up and I was groggy as fuck, so I was like, fuck that. So I just turned my alarm off and went back to sleep for an hour. Got up like 15 minutes ago. My wrist also hurts. I was having carpal tunnel pain yesterday, which I've never had before in how many years of me playing games constantly, which I'm honestly surprised. So I was going to call the doctor. I probably should still call the doctor instead of streaming because, you know, I'm in a lot of pain in my wrist. I'll just fucking try to not push it as hard as I usually do, I guess. I did play this for like 3 hours last night trying to find a red barrier. I got 3 levels on those enemies alone. Ridiculous. Alright, let's go back on the force. Get back through the mines. Get into the ruins, because I will be farming ruins 1 for a Robarda, amplifier of Robarda. Because I would actually like to have a damage merge I can use. Even though I don't technically need it. I'll be right back. No, I want to grab the mag from the bank and then be right back. Oh yeah, and my ankle also hurts like hell. I twisted my ankle. Twisted my ankle at work, and I was thinking it would just go away eventually. It didn't go away. It now feels like a sprain. I feel like I sprained my ankle. I'm just hurt all over the place. I'm just not having a very good time. Like, it didn't hurt. Like, I twisted it, and it hurt for a little bit, yeah, but like it didn't continue to hurt, you know? Like, it went away after a while, and then I get home, take a shower, go to bed, just fine, everything's fine. No pain, no whatever. Wake up, ankle. It doesn't really look any different, but boy, howdy, does that fucking hurt. Alright, my water's cooling down. I should go get the tea steeping. Alright, tea is in the cup with the bag. Let's do this. But yeah, I'm not feeling well enough. I decided just to turn the webcam off. I don't really want to be on camera right now. That wasn't Gizande. Why did that not cast Gizande? Why did they cast Robarda instead of the spell I selected? How did I hit a fucking... And he wasn't in range, and he wasn't targetable from directly behind me. Gizande doesn't make any sense with its range. What a spell. Just ignores the universe and does what it wants. Oh, heck, I don't need these anti-paralysis. If I... I'm gonna sit down. I'm just tired. Oh. Well, now I'm gonna have to sound like I'm yelling at my microphone. Excuse me, how did that box not break? Alright, I forgot there was a box within a 2-mile radius of my weapon, so I locked onto the box instead of the enemy I was facing randomly. Thank God box priority exists. Thanks, Sega. No way to limit your target to just in the room you're in, you know. Make sure you don't accidentally lock onto something from a different universe. No, that'd be too difficult. Hey Ben, how's it going? Getting the workday started? Nice. Hopefully you finish it just as fast. I got a weird situation going on at work. Gotta put the 40 hours in so cannibal billionaires can eat. Yep, pretty much. Give them your firstborn child while you're at it so they can throw it in the ocean. Yeah, I definitely was looking straight right. When I hit the B button, there definitely was a target on the box and not the fucking robot I was targeting. Definitely. Definitely exactly what I targeted. Thank you, game. Wasn't like there was something in the bottom left of my screen telling me I locked onto the Sinnoh Blue. Or Sinnoh Beat, excuse me. What am I doing? He a dumbass. Yeah, I'm not feeling well. I'm not playing well either. I don't even know who got me sick this time, because apparently we're completely short-staffed at work. First Shift has borrowed one of our machine operators because no one's trained First Shift. They literally have hired people to do a job, and they don't know how to do it. They were given keys to a machine, and don't know how to operate the machine. Why would they not train these people? Apparently, no one wanted to train them because no one was getting paid for training people. That is like one of the weirdest fucking excuses I think I've ever heard. They're expecting operators to train each other, but like the only people who can train machine operators are other machine operators. But they all fucking quit on First Shift. So they just hired random ass people to do this machine work without training them. I don't know about anyone else, but how the fuck are you expecting the business to run if the machine operators have no, you know, guide on how the fucking machines work? They have no experience, no training, nothing. They were just given fucking a key to a very expensive machine that has a giant fucking blade they could stick their hand in by mistake and get it cut off. This is not the kind of person I want to give the key to, is someone who doesn't know how the fuck the machine works. So they borrowed one of the operators from my crew, brought them to First Shift for a whole 2 weeks so she could train them. And she fucking hated it. The only reason she agreed is because they allowed her to keep her shift differential on First Shift. Which, like, yeah, that should be a fucking given. Why wouldn't she be able to keep her shift differential on First Shift? If you're dragging her away from her normal hours, give her a bonus. Give her some more money.
No, none of that. She was just expected to train them and be happy about it. Like, this company is bad. Like, this is a Swiss company. I expected the Swiss to be less slave-drivey than the American companies I've worked for. Like, what the fuck? Honestly, at this point, a Chinese company, it might not even be that bad. American companies are shit. Never buy US. I don't trust the fucking cheese we make because of how people are in this fucking business. But yeah, on top of them doing that, my crew is missing. I think we were short. The answers to promote yourself by doing less work for the same pay. Oh, everyone already requests my presence because I do everything. I literally have done everything except machine operator job. I am quality assurance. I am beggar. I am paperwork boy. I am fucking D-box, repack, drive pack, fucking cheese and thing, opening cheese. I can cut the cheese just fine without cutting myself. That's one of the requirements. Guess what? They have so many people fucking cutting themselves opening cheese. How do you cut yourself opening cheese? You take sharp knife, stick in cheese, push away from you. How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up? How do people stab themselves in the hand? I don't understand. It's not fucking elementary school. How? Oh, they're trying to eat the knife like it's a fucking crayon. What the fuck? There is a position open for lead, and I've already talked about this a bit before, but the person that moved away from that position did so much work that I don't want to fill her shoes. They're gonna expect me to do my entire workload, plus the lead workload, plus everyone else's job at the same time, just like she did. Sounds like your job. Dude, I've worked with idiots in the past, but these have got to be the dumbest fuckers I've ever laid eyes upon. I'm actually losing intelligence fucking listening to them talk. And I know I complain a lot because a lot of my complaints are them they don't shut the fuck up and work. All they do is bitch. All they do is complain that they have to work. It's like, yes, that's a job. That's what a job is. You applied for a job. Why are you complaining that you have one? Oh God, I can't believe they're telling us what to do. Yeah, that's what you signed up for. Oh man, I can't believe they don't have any work for us to do. Yeah, that's fine though. All you do is bitch that you work too much. Why are you complaining you don't have to work all of a sudden? Oh man, we have so much work to do. I can't believe they found more shit for us to do. Why do they even say we were gonna work and we were gonna have something to do? It's like, of course they're gonna have something for us to do. They are a business. If they ran out of fucking cheese and tried to find an alternative so they could continue to make money, that's the logical expectation of a business. I don't understand. All my training for my job has come basically from my previous jobs. Like all the paperwork I do, I was trained in a pharmaceutical company. They are incredibly tedious when it comes to the paperwork. Like they check every little nitpick thing. Tiny little stray mark, fucking ran a footnote. Why was there a stray mark? What'd you do? How did you do it? Has to be written down. What time, the date, the color, the phase of the moon, the color of the sun, how many fucking neutrons were in the air in that room. You had to document fucking everything in my last job. And it had to be written in a logical way so that a fucking grade schooler of third year elementary school or higher could read it. Like, you had to dumb this shit down somehow and explain it to a third grader. So you loved your forklift driving, got to be by yourself. I wish I had a job like to do that. Companies like they only want to hire existing experience. Or you have to do all the entire thing for the entire career. Yeah, that sounds about right. And that's another reason I'm afraid to be a lead. Because the lead position that I'd be picking up, I already know everyone there, and I know they're not dumb. The feta crew is like probably the most intelligent section of the thing because they all know how to do their job. They don't bitch about it. But actually, I wouldn't even be, if they do bitch about it, I wouldn't even be able to understand because they all are Latino and they speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, so it'd be very difficult for me to understand them. Well, no, there's one guy that speaks English, but he's deaf. And his English is very... He doesn't enunciate well because he was deaf his entire life. How do you have a job where you're deaf and you have to read people's lips, but first you have to get their attention? I don't fucking know how that works. No one likes him because he doesn't do a good job. I don't know. Yes, many people nowadays just get paid to hang on and play on their phones. Oh yeah, absolutely. I know that much. And leading by example doesn't work anymore. They just stand there watching you. The funny thing is, the supervisor and the plant manager, who used to be my supervisor, are all telling my current lead by example. And the only thing that's getting her is the hate of the entire crew, because she's doing all this work, and they're acting like fucking children, standing there after they wet themselves in a bathroom or something. And it's like, wah! They fucking cry about it, and like all the other female employees, they, at least on my crew, they are the most gossiping fucking bitches I've ever heard. Genuinely not a single thought between them other than, oh my god, she's making us so much shit. She's so awful. How could she force this on us? She was used to be working with us. It's like, what do you fucking expect? She got put into a leadership position, and you guys already didn't do work before she was there, and she knew your asses were going to struggle to fucking comprehend that shit. So of course she's going to be a little bit mean to you after she worked with you for 2 years. And now you're mad? You're mad that she applied herself? She turned her life around after being imprisoned for 25 years, and you're mad that she's doing well for herself? Holy fuck. I can't. I'm almost to the point where I can apply internally, so even if I did apply for this lead position and got it, it'd be a little weird. I don't think they'd let me get it because they're trying to follow their strict policy of you have to be there for at least 1 year. I gotta go get my tea. My throat is starting to hurt. When he said that years ago, guys hired no one spoke Spanish. He trained him using Google Translate. Long story short, he became the top guy in short time. Oh no, I'm not. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with people. One of our best workers, he doesn't speak a lick of English. Like, he barely understands English, and we communicate by pointing to the things we need, and we figure it out. I work with him all the time, And he is a fantastic worker. He knows how to run the machines. Without him, I don't think half the machines would work as well as they do. Like, he's a fantastic worker. Yeah, Latino people just do the work because they're there for the money. They learn how to do it. They learn how to do it well. If you want a good working piece of equipment or a good working crew, hire Latinos. Don't do it. Sure, there are some that are going to be lazy as fuck, but every Latino guy I've worked with so far, just they run the fucking show when the leads and the supervisors aren't around. They're just like, okay, back to business. Like, it's great. They're all fantastic. And I think they've been there longer than me, though, so I think they deserve the chance at having the lead position before me. That being said, I don't know if they'd ever allow them to be the leads because, you know, they're limited English and needing to speak English to, like, 70% of the other coworkers. Yeah, why the fuck is the new boss acting like a boss? She used to be a coworker like us. She used to be in a position. She used to be in the same spot as us. Why is she acting all high and mighty? It's like, she's not. She's not. She's genuinely not. She's yelling at you because she wants you guys to work and so you guys can promote yourselves just like she got the chance to. But if you're just gonna sit there and bitch about it, then why the fuck did you apply for the job in the first place? Like, why are you here if you're not here to work? Why else would you have actively applied for this position? Just, I applied for a job so I would have a job so they could pay me to do work, right? I grew up on a farm, so that's all I knew is if you apply yourself, you're going to do work. Like, what's the, it's just like paying for school and it's like paying for college and then going to college and then flunking out. Why did you pay for it if you weren't going to use it? Like, seriously. Why did you pay for a car but you're not going to drive? Why did you pay for the car repairs if you're just going to let it fucking sit in the driveway for 10 years or something? I don't fucking know. Something happened at work. One of our managers had to chew us out for an error, and your coworker really took it personally and got hurt, and had to explain to him that he gets paid to do it. If he doesn't, then his ass gets in trouble. Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. You gotta make the higher-ups happy, because otherwise your job is in jeopardy. And it's a stupid dynamic for a company. It really is. And when you work at a big name company, that's all that's gonna happen is you need to look up and smile with the shit on you. That's how you get through the day. That is how you get the paycheck. We are all there for that bread. But you don't need to bring the extra baggage along with it. It's just like some of the coworkers that I used to work with that got fired, finally. The guy that used to fucking sexually harass me. I say sexually harass because he kept asking inappropriate questions about my sexual orientation and my preferences. And like, I don't need to answer those. You don't need to ask those. And I got tired of him telling me he didn't want to get raped. He didn't want to get R'd up the A with another man's D. It's just like, yeah, cool. I don't think anyone does. Why are you bringing this up to me? Stop talking about it. Genuinely doesn't help the job. I don't know what you're insinuating. Why are you talking to me about this shit? Yeah, no, the guy that I started working with, the guy that quote-unquote trained me, he takes credit for me doing such a good job for some reason. I don't know how he takes credit for my excellent work ethic when the bitch didn't do anything. I can't stand toxic coworkers like that. I get mad if you come and immediately treat you like it. That's literally every coworker I work with. If I were to get a lead position, I'm fairly certain all those women would also turn on me. I haven't done anything to them. They've already started gossiping about me because they think I'm a weird, creepy little fuck. And And it's just like, what did I do? Oh, the machine was down, so I went to watch them do the thing to fix the machine. You know, the thing that machine operators do, because I was interested to see the process. So I stood there and watched them silently out of the way. Apparently that's creepy. Apparently I should have no interest at all in trying to better myself to get myself a promotion. Because, you know, that's really fucking creepy that I'm sitting there watching the work get done just because I want to see what's happening. Because we've been down for 2 hours, and there's no reason for us to have been down for 2 hours. Oh, there you are. You put it up as close as possible. Yeah, that's what I like. At the end of his thing, at the end of him being at the company, he started talking about suing the company for discrimination. Because he was like, they're discriminating against me. They're making me do all this work, and it's not fair to me. And it's just like, you applied for a job. What do you mean it's not fair if you have to do the work? No, I'm doing everything. Bitch, you look at your phone 90% of the time. Like, what do you mean you do everything? You haven't done anything. You bitched when they gave you a new job because you asked for a different position. You bitched about the lead discriminating against you because she didn't want you to get the good jobs or something, apparently. But no, she genuinely asked you where you wanted to work, put you where you wanted to work, and now you're bitching about being put where you wanted to go. The only reason he's not working with us currently, the only reason he got fired is because he started talking about suing the company. And you know, when you start talking about suing a company, they're going to start looking for reasons to fire you. And he kept bragging about how he went to a lawyer and he has this great case built up against the company for like fucking 2 months. Like 2 months. It took him 2 months to build up against someone. It wasn't that hard. All I have to do is look at the fucking work cameras and see that he's playing on his phone, adjusting his earphones, adjusting his non-safety glasses. He had fucking, what the fuck, the Google glasses. So he had music playing through his glasses into his ears while having a mini computer. You could see him doing his hand signs to get the computer working. Just like, bruh, did not give a fuck. And then he had just the gall to bitch that the company hates him or some shit, probably. And that's another thing. Another thing about the lead position I haven't applied to yet. One of the leads for the shred crew, she's lazy as fuck, and everyone hates working with her. And when I say lazy as fuck, I genuinely mean lazy as fuck. I have worked with her, and she spends more time looking at her phone, adjusting her music on her earphones that she's not supposed to have, than actually doing lead work. She just sits on a stool in the room, waiting for the day to pass by. She doesn't do anything. And I've talked to other people on her crew, because I end up working with her crew a lot, because they keep sending me to the fucking room they get sent to do. Like, good riddance, one asshole. Yeah. For sure. I'm honestly surprised they still have, there's another coworker I have, and he comes to work intoxicated. Still does. And I don't know why he's still there. No one does. He keeps bragging that he has people higher up that like him, so it must be true. He hasn't gotten fired yet. How do you show up to work intoxicated? How did you drive to work intoxicated? Oh, right, he doesn't drive to work anymore. He hitches a ride from our lead because his car got totaled. I wonder why it got totaled. Just saying. I'm not saying that he was under the influence when it was totaled, but a man that drives to work drunk suddenly doesn't have a car. I wonder what happened. I don't know. I don't look at the coworkers when I talk to them. I just sit there and work because that's what I'm being paid to do. They're usually sitting there talking their ass off the whole time, and I'm doing their job and mine and the person next to me's job because they walked away because they didn't want to listen to the shit. Yeah, the people I work with are terrible. I should not be working at this company. I genuinely should just leave. I'd probably be better off just having no job for a while. I still have some savings. I know my savings are starting to decline fairly quickly. I'll just use this one. Yeah, my savings are definitely... I'll have another one? Oh, okay, I guess I'll put it on. I just... Fine, I'll go to the bank. I'll go to the healing lady. Oh, what level is my shit? 12, 14... 9, 7, 10. The wizard technique's not really necessary right now. Only thing I can do is give me 15 Gifoe. The level 11 is Resonde. I don't know if that actually matters a difference. I don't know if the level 11 Jizz matters either. Fuck it. I'm putting it on. I can take it off. Easy. I forget what the level points are for the... excuse me. What the points are for the levels. For the upgraded... whatchamacallums. Casting speeds. If Resonde... Is level 11 one of the upgrades to casting speed? Because Resonde level 11 would then be a good thing. There's 60 levels, so 30 levels of Dex, 30 levels in Mind. Perfect. And I wish I wasn't feeling bad right now. I would have liked to get up on time and actually stream for the full 3.5 hours. I don't want to go to work. I really don't. So I said we had some shit going on at work. So 2 weeks ago, they had us do the mandatory overtime. Some people probably remember that I bitched about it quite a bit because I didn't want to do mandatory overtime. And the mandatory overtime was us just getting off on our scheduled time, even though my contract says I'm supposed to get off a half an hour earlier. But anyway, all that work that was done 2 weeks ago during the first overtime, not during first shift, all that cheese is bad. All of our, well, I'm not gonna say what the name of the cheese is. I'm sure if someone found my stream, they'd hear me talking shit about the company, and it's probably against the terms or whatever the fuck. Not that I care about this job that much. But one of our cheeses that we've had packaged for 2 weeks, it's only been 2 weeks, are now full of liquid. All those packages have bad seals, and it has condensated on the inside of the package. Or whatever the fuck that liquid is. It's either the cheese was bad and it started oozing after being packaged, or it does condensation. It condensated inside. That's disgusting. I don't think Havarti... Okay, I said the name. I don't think Havarti is supposed to be a wet cheese. So I'm fairly certain there's not supposed to be water in the package. The worst part about that is, I would have been able to stop that if I'd seen that while doing the job. But unfortunately, because of the overtime, I was sent to the other Feder room. Because they want me to do the quality assurance, because no one else is trained to do quality assurance. Somehow. I don't know how you don't have people trained to do the job, but you expect one guy to do it all the time. And then the one day I'm not there, no one can do it, so they have to have their own room crew do everything, which is what they try to make my crew do. Why are they so nice to the Feta crew? Is it because the Feta puts out about 1 million pounds per month versus Chunk Wedge's 20,000 pounds per month? That's fucking rude. It's not our fault we can't put out as much cheese. Feta's really easy. You have a big-ass machine that auto-fills the cups. We have to manually cut every piece of cheese by hand with the machine and package it by hand. And that one's actually true, because we gotta shove the cheese in the packages. Try doing that 200,000 times a fucking minute. You won't. You don't have 2 conveyor belts. We don't have enough people for that. We got that one autistic guy that's really fast at doing it. He can... That wasn't Gizonde again. Thanks, game. Oh. Does this change actually anything? Does this change actually anything for me? No? Okay, so it just made me consume more TP. I just take more TP to do the same number of casts, so that Gizonde, that wizard technique didn't do anything. I need to hit up one of my friends from my last job. She got another job at a pharmaceutical company. Ow. I didn't see 2 missiles hit me. I only saw the 1. Okay. Thanks, game. For cheating again. Getting multi-hit by a single attack. Yeah, whatever. I don't count that death. That death doesn't count. I'm not feeling well. It doesn't count. Anyway, that pharmaceutical company that she's working at, it's a 4-day shift, a 4-day work week, which is honestly my preferred shift at this point. I would love a 4-day work week again. My last job was Wednesday through Saturday, leaving me Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday open, and having those 2 weekdays open was fucking fantastic. I miss those shifts. And since I'm basically working a 10-hour workday already, so it wouldn't actually affect much for me. Okay, I should have a wide enough range to do that. I should have let them hit me. I was just checking to see if I can hit all of them. If they hit me, it knocks them all up and I can just kill them all right away. Oh, I gotta message my cousin. That's not Gizonde game. Why do you keep doing that? I am very clearly tapping Y and then A, not YA at the same time. I'm not frame perfectly menuing before the menu opens up. Fuck you. Ooh. Another Guilty Light. I have Guilty Light for both Rangers now. Nice. hey, refund. Hold up. I need that. I don't need these. I walked into the room with the button, didn't I? And then I didn't touch the button. God damn it. No, I just skipped it completely. Fuck. I'm not playing well. Right, I thought we started over there. No, that's the exit. This is one of the longer maps. This S room always has the button. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought it was down there. I walked in. Okay, that's what happened. I walked in there thinking that was it, and it wasn't. And I didn't recognize it wasn't it. Okay, I know exactly what happened. I just fucking goofed. I was talking at the same time as well. And you know, I'm distracted while not feeling well. It's not a great combo. Not a great excuse, but not a great combo. Okay, this does increase my casting speed of Rosanda quite a bit. So the level 11 breakpoint is definitely a thing. Alright, we got the button. I can go. Alright, so the next thing I want to look for is a Robarda merge. I have a blue barrier. I need the Amp of Robarda. Amp of Robarda comes from Ruins 1. So I have to reset Ruins 1 over and over and over. Or, alternatively, I could just beast mode to the boss and just be done with V-Hard on hips. And then I could work on Alt, my last character, who still needs to pipe for 1 Cure Shock. I need 4 Cure Paralysis, which means I'll be farming for Dub Chicks again until I get all 4 Cure Paralysis. Every one of those characters is going to need a Cure Paralysis, because every single one of those characters needs to get through caves in Ultimate. Technically, I could just farm Forest until level 80 and then just go online and not have to worry about doing the single area clears. The Ram Marl is going to the Ruins, because I have no longer Ruins and technically Temple, so yeah, I still want a Cure Para for her, so that's 1. Head, the Ramar, is going to Temple, or not, to Tower, not Temple, Tower. So, for Tower, I want a Cure Confuse for the Gigus. And a Chaos Bringer's Arm. I would also like to get S ranks with Demons, but if I do end up doing challenge mode for those guys and getting more mech guns, I'll just get an S rank for him and then just give him a pair of my S rank mech guns. I think that's a fair trade-off. Because running our mech guns is actually going to be really fantastic. And when I say our mech guns is the name of my demon mech guns. Running demon mechs is... This Hilda Blue Cane has more damage than a fucking Guilty Light? God damn. Alright. So I was talking about how that cheese was bad. I keep genuinely just jumping topics and losing my train of thought while I'm talking. That bad cheese that I talked about that we did all during overtime. Oh, there's about 20,000 pounds of it. So that means 20,000 pounds of cheese that we packaged during overtime crunch is bad. That means we have to package 10,000 more, or 20,000 more pounds to meet the crunch. Because now we're going to be short behind our cheese expectations, which we're already short for. We're already short on cheese. And so we gotta, you know, figure out how we're gonna make more cheese on the schedule that's already packed, and they're planning on getting rid of my crew to do it. How is this gonna work out? They're just gonna have to cancel some orders or some shit, because this ain't gonna work out for them. I'm glad I piped for this Hilda Blues cane. But the blue cane is fantastic. It's a very good cane. It saves me a lot of TP. When I don't have the accuracy to steal TP, just not consuming any TP is fantastic. Yeah, I might need to start worrying about my health a little bit here. I was about to start casting spells on those boxes, and it's like, wait, no, I have a cane that can hit them for free. I don't know why I'm casting. I farmed for this specifically. Not luck, it's careful planning and luck. Wait. God damn it, I moved too far left. I moved 1 pixel too far to the right, and because of that, it made me fucking move out. How's it going, Zanba? How you been doing? Why is there 1 blue box here? This 1 blue box could potentially be the thing I'm looking for. It wasn't, but it could have been. There we go. Come on. How's my playthroughs going? So far, so good. I need to find a red barrier in hard mode off my Redria. I need to farm this area for a amp of Rabarda, hopefully. Just ruins 1. But I am 1 level away from being able to take on Dark Falls V hard on this character and going straight to ultimate. Thanks. I raised it myself. I did that in the wrong order. It's always Barda, Foley, then Zonde. Oh, no, Barda, Zonde, Foley. That's the order you want to kill these guys, because that's the path of least resistance. Yeah, you start with Zonde to hit this guy, which does decent damage to the normal Dominion. Then you forward the normal Dominion to deal damage to the last guys. And then you kill with Bardo. What's that, damn it? I forgot. But yeah, playthroughs are going well. I might just forego the merges. I would like the Robarda merge more than the Rafoi merge I wanted to get. I have an amplifier of red, so if I get a red barrier, I could just use that and have a red amp, which wouldn't be bad. But honestly, I'm thinking the defense is probably better at this point, especially since I have one of the best shields in the game. Thanks, Sega, for making this level 41 shield the best shield in the game up until level 160. Or, if you're gonna be a whiny little complainer about it, level 108. I don't know what I was trying to say there. There were words there, and they weren't the correct words, but that's what came to mind. Rafoi merge combined with Fundum destroys mines. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the red merge would also do the same thing, but I am planning on trying to look for a Psycho Wand, which would make Rafoi murder even harder. If I get a Psycho Wand with Rafoi merge, the mines will be so fucking easy. Because this is one of the few characters that will be going into the ruins. Because I do have things I want to hunt on the ruins. So having a Robarda merge for the enemies weak to ice would be good. Having a Rafoi merge for the enemies weak to fire would be great. I'm not planning on getting yellow merge because there's a handful of enemies weak to Zonde that I don't care about. So, yeah. I wonder, what mission should I do? I could be able to... Doc's Secret Plan should be a good mission that takes me through Ruins 1 repeatedly, yeah. I should be able to farm items. It takes me to this room, and the map layout itself isn't bad for items. Purple. Purple num boxes is a chance for amp of Robarda here. You're also on the hunt for a Rafoi amp? Yeah, my Rafoi amp is actually a Whittle hunt in Ruins 1 in normal and hard mode. So I gotta go on my my Raw Marl and go back to hard or normal mode and farm Ruins 1 just to get that Rafoi amp. Which is gonna suck because, as far as I'm aware, the rarity of the amps are going to be like 1 in 1,000 or 1170, 1 in 1170, something like that. Seek My Master is known for having high boxes. Okay. Yeah, it was either Seek My Master that I was going to do, or I was going to do Doc's Secret Plan. Those were my two options. I didn't know off the top of my head which one would be better than the other. But I was thinking that having Eleanor with me would be better than having Shino. Alright, it's good to check weapons in Ruins because Ruins drops in V-Hard are equivalent to Ruins drops in Ultimate for some reason. In terms of, like, stats, not actual weapon things. 3 Dominion. Nope. The only thing that you could technically do to raise your chances of finding the items is to fight more boxes. Or technically, if I go online on Shithack should have a double drop rate and lower difficulty. So instead of being 1 in 1,000, it'd be closer to 1 in 500. Technically. That is always an option. I can just go online and do missions. I'm not limiting these characters to solo self-help offline. I've just been playing offline mostly because this is my preferred playstyle. But online is completely viable. What's a good online mission for boxes in Ruins 1? Because if I do end up going to Shithack for box runs, it'd be good to know what mission would be good off the top of my head for Ruins 1. I think Eon 4, technically. 49 plus one often used for box runs. Yeah, that sounds about right. Eon 4. I wouldn't need to clean the last room out, so I could avoid all that big battle. Getting to that last room doesn't take that long. And all the boxes there. Plus being on server drops. I mean, it's not that online has better rates. That's specifically that private server. That private server specifically has doubled the drop rates for anything under Ultimate. Vanilla Online also has the same drop rates as Vanilla Offline. If I wanted to emulate going online, I do have cheat codes that allow me to increase my drop rates. I don't want to use those. It makes the game less fun for me. That being said, going online to a server where people already do it should also be less fun for me, but eh. Sometimes the tedious grind isn't really worth it and you just want to get it done. I'd rather do it in a place that already has it enabled rather than enabling it myself, though. It makes it feel more legit. Because it's not my choice that they double the drop rates. Huh? Huh? But yeah, I think it's just, as far as I'm aware, it's just Shithawk that has the double drop rates. When you get to Ultimate, the drop rates are only increased by 25%. Or improved by 25%. Anyone else that plays other servers, feel free to add those in, but I am only aware of Shithawk. Silverant is completely vanilla, so the drop rates on Silverant would be completely the same as offline. But there are more missions that I could play, technically, but I don't know if the included missions that Ives made for his server on the Ultimate Airship have more boxes than anything else. Ugh. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Should do it with their all-time server drop rate and only have those server rates when one of many is interactive. I mean, you could tell them to do that, sure. I believe there's a trade-off for being on server drops. I don't know if this is actually true, but I have heard that if you are on server drops, the enemy difficulty is increased to compensate for the improved drop chance. I don't know how true that is, but it is something I have been told. If it is true, cool. So they do have a reason to improve the drop rates while also making the game a little bit more difficult for those that don't want an easy win. That being said, a lot of their custom missions have to be on server drops, which their custom missions are shit. Thus, shit hack. Have you played super hard before? Are you asking me or asking someone else? Because if you're asking me, you're asking the wrong person. Zonba, I play almost exclusively on Silver, and of course I played super hard. I played super hard for fucking 3 years looking for a Greenel card. Don't tell me you didn't tune into any one of those streams for 3 years. I've also been consistently playing with fucking Rorgagor for about 2 years straight now, and we did exclusively super hard for like nearly 2 years straight, with the initial run always being on Shithack trying to get a red ring, and now we're doing the same thing for PGF. But yeah, I've done super hard. That's like my favorite reason. That's the reason I kept playing. Higher risk. Reward is way better, yeah. Knew all that, of course. Then why did you ask? No, hey, how's it going? Hi! I forgot to feed you. Sorry. I don't know if this is even doing anything. I'm gonna put that on for the extra 30 PP. Keep the wizard technique in the bank though, because that can actually still be useful. That's what I thought. Man, I really don't want to go to work feeling like shit today. I'm gonna be fucking bum rushed to go do shit. I'm gonna be huffing and puffing and sweating and pooping. I'm not gonna feel well at all. I want to know who got me sick this time. I want to know which motherfucker didn't wash their hands at the bathroom again. Probably all of them, if I had to guess. Why is this side so much more fickle? This side takes way more effort to get through. I don't understand it. I don't know what the difference is. You got a new job? I go work at a cheese factory. I've been there for about 7 months now, yeah. If you're just tuning in now, I was bitching about how annoying it is to work there right now. Is it better or worse? Oh, absolutely worse. Like, hands down. I already knew going in that I was jumping into a dumpster fire. I just didn't know how big the fire was. That being said, this place is a cheese factory. They make specialty cheese, and because, you know, all those fucking hipsters are into cheese all of a sudden, it's not going to fail anytime soon. But I do question, like, a lot of the decisions being made by higher-ups. Because they aren't smart. They're not business decisions for the people's sake. They're business decisions for profit's sake. And I'm not a businessman. I'm a person. I have a soul, unfortunately, unlike some people. Okay, what the fuck? Moon Atomizer should be feeding Dex and mine at the exact same feed rate. So why the fuck is my Dex going up faster? Did I feed something besides a Moon Atomizer by accident at some point? Why are you blocking that? That's a magic attack. You shouldn't be blocking that. Oh, is it because it's a weapon attack? It's blocking the weapon attack, but because it's magic, it can't block it. Right, that makes sense. That's dumb. That's every company. Oh yeah, absolutely. I know. Though, although the difference is the company I left, the pharmaceutical company I used to work at, I was making bank. But the problem was my supervisor was actively trying to fire me because she didn't like my attitude, I guess, or something. I did too much work and they were too reliant on me, is what I'm gonna guess. I don't want to make it sound like I'm egotistical or anything. I genuinely don't know why my previous supervisor was trying to actively fire me. But she got me to quit, so there's that. She actively tried to pin blame on me for things that I had no involvement in. And it's fucking frustrating having a bitch like that as a supervisor. I was being told to be a team lead without getting the increased pay. I was also forced to be a trainer against my will without an increase in my pay. My supervisor refused to upgrade my pay after I took on an incredible extra workload for no reason. I have stated clearly to her many times that I did not wish to increase my workload and I wish to stay at the thing I was doing, which is just let me do my work, let me go home. That's all I wanted. I'll be here for the work hours, just when I'm done with the work, you let me be. Don't try to fucking force me to do more shit. And then she tried to force me to do more shit. And then she tried to get me in trouble for doing more shit. What kind of boss is that? Like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Every time I talk about it, it pisses me off. Even right now, I'm starting to fucking fume. I'm getting all itchy and anxiety-ridden everywhere. Ugh. But yeah, I was making about $35 an hour there, and my new job at the cheese factory is making me $20 an hour. So I took a $15 an hour pay cut to leave because I couldn't stand my supervisor. But yeah, now this job, I'm starting to see the super ugly of my current job. And it's just like, no work ethic. Everyone bitches about having to do a job. I don't know why they applied for a job if they didn't want to work in the first place. I don't know how you can complain about having a job in today's economy when, you know, most people can't afford their shit. At least you have some spending money to stave off your next fucking rent payment. Wonder how much it was not like me in particular or not caring about anything at all. She was... I don't want to say it was pure nepotism that she got her job role, but she was best friends with the director of the company. That's probably one of the reasons why she got the job she did, and she didn't like my attitude, I guess. Like I said, I don't know why she actively pursued and tried to get me to leave. She got me to leave, though, so she must be happy about it. Because I left all the work that she forced onto me to her to force onto someone else. And she immediately did. I talked to my old crew, and like they immediately got forced to do all the shit I was doing. Like, everything. And they were not happy. They knew why I left. They were well aware. They knew I was sick of that thing. I was sick of her attitude. And unfortunately, most of my old crew were forced there. Like, they... not indentured servitude forced kind of stuff, but, like, forced by visa. They were... 3 of them went for India, and they were on a work visa. So they were forced to stay in that company until things with politics panned out, which I'm assuming didn't, considering who's in office and how the fuck that worked out. But yeah, another one of my previous coworkers that I've tried to keep in touch with, but I haven't actually talked to her in a while. She got a job at another pharmaceutical company, and I want to see if that place is still hiring or not. Oh, Apsaris gives me info. Who be messaging me? Why my phone ring? Ooh. Nice. My brother got his. He got a new job. My brother got a supervisor position at one of our old jobs. One of the jobs I previously left there as well because I was being harassed by my lead. Ruins 2 doesn't have anything I need, so let's just bum rush the boss. Fuck it. Get done with the boss, and then I'll have, like, 20 minutes left. Let's just unlock ultimate on this guy. I can farm for the shit later. I'll do it off stream. The hardest part about trying to get some of this gear is some of the things with the color IDs I have access to are limited to, it sucks, but they're, like, limited to lower difficulty settings, which is annoying because when I'm in ult, I want to be in ult, but, like, if I'm not in ultimate difficulty with the gear I want, I have to go back to the lower difficulty to get the gear I want. Just the folly of PSO. Alright, so with my brother being a supervisor job, if I do apply to that place, technically I can't work with him because that would be a conflict of interest, but considering how much fucking nepotism I've seen in the last 3 jobs I've had, I don't know if that would even be a problem. I know my work ethic, my brother knows my work ethic, we grew up together, he knows I'm a hard worker, he's seen what I do. If I'm doing a job and getting paid to do it, I'm going to do it like a Mexican worker. That's a terrible joke, but that's just how everyone at my current job works. A lot of my coworkers are Latino, and they work their fucking ass off because they are there for the paycheck. They don't bitch about it in English, and they just keep working until they're done. And I like that. I like not being able to communicate directly with them because I don't have to listen to them complain then. Still listen to them talk and pretend to understand, but I don't. I sugarcoat it. They can talk bad about me all they want. I'm just still gonna do the work. The part that makes it bad is when you can understand them. Is that a good way of thinking? I don't know. I don't care anymore. I want to check these boxes. I said I didn't need to check these boxes. I want to check these boxes. I don't remember what I get in Ruins 2. Maybe I'll get something good. Photon drop, another weapon, another Varista. I have like 12 Varistas. I've only gotten 3 secret gears, and 2 of those 3 secret gears I've gotten on my Whittle. Which is fucking disgusting, because Whittle has a... That's a lot of percent. A Whittle's secret gear drop rate in mine's hard difficulty is like 1 in 400. And for Redria, it's 1 in 200. I have found twice as many... In one single run, I have found 2 secret gears on the Whittle at a 1 in 400 drop rate. I have done up to fucking 12 runs on my Redria now, and I have seen a single fucking secret gear. Where are my secret gear, game? Why am I improving the drop? Why am I doubling the drop rate, and you're still not giving me the fucking shit? Is this just Uber time? Are we just on an Uber cycle, and I should just stop farming low-level shit and just go online with Roar, and we just farm for Ubers? Because we did get the Whittle card the other day. For those who haven't seen that, Whittle card is a 1 in 28,807 drop rate from the mines, ultimate difficulty mines, cannons. No, cannabins. There we go. Yeah, the other little fucks. And we got it. And there's a clip where I pick it up and go, "Oh, it's just another force weapon. We don't care." And then it just slowly the realization hits, like, wait, that's exactly why we're here. That is the weapon we came to get. Fuck. Oh, my reaction is just like, I was at a loss of words. I couldn't speak correctly because it's just like, thing. Research checks out 80% of the people don't quit their jobs like the managers and supervisors. Yeah. I've quit one job for the crew because the crew was harassing me. Oh, and I suppose also the supervisor I had was a big, literal fucking piece of shit. He was like the fattest fucker, and he said that I was the laziest motherfucker he'd ever seen. I don't know how he can say that when he had me train literally every coworker I had after I was hired. I did so without complaints. And then he made me subpar on my fucking yearly review. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll have to work harder. Oh boy, fucking 10 years ago me was so goddamn... So goddamn, what's the word? Ignorant. The only reason I know he bitched about me is because he went to my brother, who was the QA. Why would you go to my brother who's the QA? Oh wait, shit. I just remembered something. Why would you go to my brother who's the QA spot and then immediately bitch about me behind my back to my very own fucking blood? Like, he's gonna think I'm lazy as fuck? Bruh is wrong. Bruh, the fuck is wrong with him? Oh, that's another thing I gotta hunt for! Oh, I forgot! No! Alright. Oop, that was close. So, my Redria has a lot of shit I gotta look for. Oh god. Okay. No multi-hit. Oh, excuse me. So my Reggie needs to get 1 Cure Shock from Hilda Blues. So I gotta pipe for 1 Hilda Blue. So I need 1 Cure Shock. At least 1, because she's gonna be farming Hildels in ultimate difficulty for God battles. So she will get shocked a lot. Oh, getting a Cure Slow would also be fantastic, but I don't think I have access to a Cure Slow through traditional means. I think I have to go online and get someone else's color ID to do it, but that's against the rules I have set for this playthrough. Since these characters are supposed to only gear each other and gear themselves, I can't use other people's color IDs, I have to use just the 4 I have on me. That's the rules I'm going with, by the way, if anyone's not aware. 4 characters on this memory card are limited to only the items I can find on these 4 section IDs. So if I can't find a Cure Slow through this means, or through means that I can do by myself, I can't get it. That would also technically include I would be able to use events like the Silverant event that ended recently, but I spent all my points already. 191 lucky coins and fucking, what, 7 items, only 1 of them usable? Which is still better than average, because usually you get 0 usable items and 7 items. Those drops are the ones you weren't even hunting for. I mean, technically we were hunting for that Whitel card. The whole reason we had a Whitel room was because we had the chance of getting that item. But yeah, the reason we were doing that quest wasn't for that item initially. We definitely didn't do that quest specifically for that item. We did the quest because we were doing the max attack grind. And that was just one of the perks of doing that max attack grind, was that was a possibility. Oh, I just staggered that a little bit more. I have to not miss a little bit more. Why did I lock onto the fucking box across the room? Perfect? No. Subpar. Hello. The aiming on the just weapons in general, weapons with specials. The aiming is so fucking erratic. You can't ever aim at the thing you're actually looking at. It's so annoying. There's 11. I don't need that. Right, I forgot what map I was on. I need to go back, clean my inventory out, and keep going. I need to get this done before it's time for me to go. Luckily, I made food last night after I got home from work, so I don't need to make lunch, so I can skip my first alarm, which goes off in 12 minutes. Yeah, I can actually, hold on. I gotta put those away first. This in there, take out the perfect frame, get an extra 11 defense. I can actually put that away because I have a character not level 51 that I can actually make use of that with. I forgot to feed the mag too. Did I feed an antidote by accident? How the fuck do I have one moon atomizer worth of dex above mind? They should have been fed identically. Since moons give plus 18 mind and 18 dex. And they were literally 2 points of difference before. Why do I have a full moon atomizer difference between dex and mind all of a sudden? Did me skipping the feed somehow... I don't know. Damn, I went for the biscuit. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, it's dumb with me. Woo! Camera, don't do that. I forgot to buy healing. And PP. Actually, yeah, just use them in all fluids. I don't need them anymore. They don't give me enough to be worth it. Keep that one just in case. Monomates are still good, though. Oh, I forgot to fill up. I'll pick one up before. That'll be fine. No differences in enemy difficulty via vanilla and server mode, just tested. Oh, okay, so it was just theoretical, but that's not actually true. Good to know. So whoever told me that on the... No, it wasn't me that got told. I think Rorgorgor read it on the Hunters Guild. Did you test that on lower difficulties, or just ultimate, or just lower difficulties and not ultimate? I would like to know the testing method. Because if there could potentially still be that chance that it does increase difficulty, but only on ultimate and not lower stuff. Although, that being said, if there was an increase in difficulty, I don't know why they wouldn't just tell people about it. Just okay, so yeah, no, that's straight up debunked then. I don't know why, I don't know where Roar... Yeah, well, this is where it really matters for sure, but like, I don't know where Roar heard that enemies got a slight increment to their stats for the trade-off of improved drop rates. But that seems to be debunked, so not good, or not true, not word. It doesn't matter. There we go. Indubitably. Indubitable. Indububaboo. Oopsie. I will come back to that. Yeah, ult is where it really matters. Is fair. Pick damage was identical, DPS average was the same, and the average DPS versus heat was the same. Alright, good enough for me. I fucked that up. Not the spell I wanted. We were getting multi-hit. Wait, hold up. Was I getting hit by the same hitbox that the horse was being hit by? The fuck? They hit me, I fell down, but the horse also took 3 lasers to the face and took damage, so that's impressive. Alright. Use that tri-fluid. Oh, I gotta blow my nose again. Give me a sec. I gotta wash my handkerchief. I have to go grab another handkerchief. This one's full. I have this weird experience, or had this weird experience when I was younger, where I had a guy I went to college with tell me that I was weird for using a handkerchief for blowing my nose. I'm like, well, what else am I going to use it for? Like, use it for a bandana, use it for your sweat, use it what it's used for. Like, I grew up on a farm. The only thing I ever used it for was blowing my nose and wiping some dirt off of something. Like, the fuck? It's a rag. Use it. It doesn't have a specific use. What do you guys think? Have you ever used a handkerchief for something that wasn't what you assumed was the intended purpose? Does this make a difference? Ooh, I stand up. Yeah, it does make a difference. You know the funniest part? I said my force was going to be by bottleneck getting into ultimate. And here it is, my force, the only one that can get into ultimate without any HP units, because I've been farming for so long for some items that I should have gotten way earlier and just somehow didn't. And now my Hunural's about to do the same fucking thing, and she's probably going to be a similar level. But she's going to be over-crunked and over-prepared for ultimate by the time I get her there. She has a Meg that has 90 dex and 105 power, so she's a little on the weaker side of the attack power spectrum, but also has 2 gut arms, so I physically can't miss. That's not what I locked onto when the spell started casting game, and you fucking know it. Jerk. Alright, don't have time for the Belra and the Sorcerer. I don't even need them anyways, they don't drop anything I want. Ooh, mind mat. I wonder if I do. I'm almost at 1,000 MST before ultimate. Which is crazy. Yeah, Jazande just casts ever so slightly faster still. Because I don't have level 11 Rosande, because I took the wizard technique off, so Rosande is literally the only spell at this moment that actually has an improvement to its casting speed with the wizard technique on. Unfortunate. Oh well. Damn, I was hoping to freeze him again, so I could use the Mahu, because I just remembered I had it. Bunch of Mahu to me. Yeah, thank you, Alarm, for telling me it's time to wake up. I know I just got knocked the fuck out, but you didn't have to tell me like that. Rude. Placeholder pipe. Hit there. That was dangerous. He didn't... excuse me. Huh? He turned a full 180 degrees. That should be enough to stagger him. What the fuck? Oh, did he take a single fucking step forward which prevented him from turning around too far? That's fucking annoying. I hate that. Lower difficulty bell roses have some stupid technical bullshit. Okay, what did I lock onto? Because it snapped my target to something I looked at. It wasn't the trap. It certainly wasn't any of the fucking monsters that were behind me. What the fuck did it make me look at? I don't understand why Rafoy has a phantom target. Oh right, I talked about this the other day. I'm pretty sure that phantom target only exists when I'm holding onto a fucking cane. Hildebert's cane or something. I could be mistaken, but it seems to be the case. In previous playthroughs I've done where it was just revealed to me that happens sometimes. Bloody. I keep forgetting to feed the mag. You know, I wish something that they would have done, something I wish they would have done when the game came out initially, or just how it would have been programmed, is they give you a line in battle training where Kirik says the doors don't open, or yeah, some doors don't open because security doors, and they will remain locked until all threats are detected in the room. How come the doors don't lock when you walk into a room? Because if it's a security thing, why would it leave one door open and one door closed? Is it like non-functional or something? There has to be a reason for that. doing it in there. Should be able to in both these waves just fine. Woo! Actually got it. These guys have no evasion, do they? They also don't have the ability to miss, apparently, because I was nowhere in range of that. I buffered that input, and it ignored my A push again. Okay, I'm fairly certain my Smash controller is the reason why my inputs are just being ignored. Smash controllers just ignore inputs, I guess. Because the other controller that I was using that had the fucking exposed wire never dropped an input. I just pushed my inputs too fast. This one can't accept inputs that fast. Nintendo made a shitty fucking controller. Who would have fucking thought that they can't replicate greatness because they fired everyone who did it before? Alright, I got like 20 minutes before I gotta get going. So yeah, it was the right choice to just beat this. If I have time, I can open a couple boxes in Ruins 1 before I go to work. It's not gonna be a fun day though. Wrong wave of enemies. I thought it was something else. I tried to break the crystal. force, no force. I see game. Alright, I have an attack range from anywhere to 220 to 360. What the fuck is that attack range? What the fuck did he run? +1. Somehow didn't get paralyzed that time. Alright, let's go fight the bitch. I got 8 extra health. Yeah, I guess that isn't worth it. game, please. Nice. Sit there waiting. My health, bitch. I'll never forget the time I lost a speed run to the suck in phase 2. It was a really good paced speed run as well. And just the suck goes through iframes. Like, I just started the fight, and then she started doing the suck move, so I timed it to where I used the photon attack, and right before the photon attack went off, sucked my health straight out of me, insta-killing me, and just dropping me out of the animation. I didn't know that was possible. That they programmed a shitty attack that goes through iframes. Yeah, I was gonna cast a Gifoy, but that Gifoy would literally kill me. It does 1, 2, 3 damage. I have 1, 2, 2 health. I can do this all day. Come on. Right, I don't actually have damage on this. I have to heal. Why does doesn't that proc my info? Oh, there it is. Now? Ooh, suck it. Hey, I got 5 minutes left right before I have to get to work. Cool. I'll take a couple boxes. Oh, excuse me. So I can save quit and just skip the credits and still have alt unlocked. And that would allow me to go into Ruins 1 really quickly, open a couple boxes in a mission, and see what I get. Or I can just watch the credits and then call it quits after that. What would you guys prefer? Watch the credits, call it quits. Or save quit. And just run the Ruins a little bit. I know what I vote for. I vote for save quitting, so fuck y'all, I'm doing save quit. Ah, fuck. Why is my ankle hurt? I know why it hurts. I don't know if I sprained my ankles, particularly, but like I definitely twisted it weird at work, so I have to assume it's a sprain. Look at that, ultimate difficulty. Now I only have one more character to get to alt, because Head is an ultimate, Fingies is an ultimate, just need ankles an ultimate, because I just got her in V-Hard. So I haven't started V-Hard on her yet. I've been going back to hard mode to try and find a red barrier. So I need to do that. Fingies needs to go back to normal or hard mode to farm Ruins for Rafoi merge. I have a red merge already, or a red amp already, so I could just use the red amp, and that would also be fine. Honestly, I think I might do that. I don't want to go back and look for specifically a Rafoi amp at this moment. If I find one, I find one. It's not that important that I need it. Although, I need to figure out, I need to farm rare lilies. I plan on going online in Ultimate once I can, and farming for the Psycho Wand for this guy, just for shits and giggles. It would actually still be really helpful, because I do need to get him to Ultimate Ruins. So if I get him to Ultimate Ruins as a nuke, it'd be awesome. And I might actually employ people to assist me online. You know, just for the XP and maybe for extra drops. I'll take that. Defense is going to start becoming very important. Alright, I got 1.5, 2 minutes before I have to get ready for work. So I'm gonna just dip my toes into Ruins, see what I can do in 2 minutes. Maybe I get the layout I want, and I can just very easily open some boxes quick. And then maybe I get just really lucky with that 1 in 1,000. What, let's invoke the last run luck, and I think that's what the words are. Not the room I wanted, unfortunately. Still, let's see if I can get some boxes before I have to go. I was hoping for the one with claws that goes into a room with 5 boxes. No wait, it's 6, 8, 3, 2, 7 boxes. Just 9. I can do that. And no luck. Oh well. It's time for me to get ready for work. Oh. Fuck you guys. Alright, I actually do gotta get going though. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully I feel better tomorrow and I'll wake up on time instead of deciding to sleep in because I feel like shit. Oh. Oh. Big stretch. Yep. Alright, I will be back. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for keeping up.